Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I publish on Rumble, on the blogger site, and also on Patreon for extra support. And any kind of updates and such, I usually go about on Twitter X. Yesterday I didn't manage to go around and do a live stream, but I did manage to post the Elden Ring theory that I was talking about during the last live stream that I did regarding what is Millennia. I managed to try and make it as short as possible because I tend to ramble a little bit, and I think I managed to express the idea of what I think who or what is Millennia. And also I managed to also publish the VOD for that latest live stream, so everything is there. Later today we got today is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and tomorrow should be Dead Space remake, another episode there. And basically I think that's what I got for channels update. Again, with the live stream, when I have time I will just announce it on Twitter X. I'm a little bit more comfortable not having too much of a pressure to stream Elden Ring at the moment because I did manage to already get Moog. So I can access the DLC at the moment. And the last live stream that I did, I just tried to complete some stuff on Kaled Wild, some secret thingies. I did manage to do that. And what else? Wrapped up Millicent quest with talking about with Kauri. And I initiated basically Farm Azula. I made the first set of grace there, so there's all that thing for me to do. But yeah, at least I can access the DLC. It's one less stress point there on Elden Ring. And again, if I have any kind of ideas popping out in my head regarding some stuff that I'm seeing on the game or Elden Ring theory lore that I see that I think it might not be not properly explained well enough for me, I will come up with a Elden Ring theory or something like that for sure. But yeah, let's go to the news. We still got some stuff coming out of Computex. I'm not sure if it is finished on it. I'm not been following too much there because it's more about marketing things there and announcements. But yeah, AMD's got their 7000 series on the CPU side on a deal, especially the 3D cache versions there, which is the 7950 X3D and the 7800 X3D CPUs there. Again, the one to get if you're focused on gaming, it's the 7800 X3D, of course. And if you're more about, again, any kind of more production work kind of thing where you can use a CPU, I think this does well enough for that. And you get kind of the best thing of both worlds to a certain degree. And it's on an excellent price. Now it's below $350, which is pretty good. And yeah, and on Amazon and Newegg, I assume this is in US prices here. Again, 120 watts TDP thingy. Again, I don't know what to tell you. This 7800 X3D still competes with a 14900K and KS from Intel. And also consumes half the energy to reach the same kind of results to a certain degree, except on production works, mainly because of the PE cores there. But yeah, then you got the Intel issues with the wattage thingies from the BIOS there. And yeah, AM5 platform will come out with more CPUs, while on the 14th generation, I think it's the last chipset available for that platform, the 14th generation. So if you invest something like that, you will have to buy completely overall everything new again. But yeah, regarding that, the continuation of M5, we got the announcements, of course, of the 9000 series, which is now the let's say the DIY desktop CPUs are the 9000 series. Interestingly enough, seems to be already some kind of leak performance stuff there, especially on ID64. Again, I don't use benchmark tools, so I'm not sure exactly for what it is, but I kind of know that it's used to test CPU's performance. And similarly, it's kind of confirmed that the 9600X, in terms of the L cache, has the same size of L cache, but it has a little bit more better performance, so more bandwidth on that, with the cost of having a little bit more latency here, even though think if you are a normal user, even on gaming and all that jazz, I think we will not notice any difference because this is nanoseconds here in terms of latency. Again, in heavy duty workloads, I will assume this might compound this little latency here, but I think the trade-off in terms of having more bandwidth of those L1 and L2 caches overcompensates by the fact that it has a little bit more latency. That, at least that's my perception there. Again, they don't have more cache at the L2, L3, and L1 level there, but at least L1 and L2 cache, which were the ones tested around here, they have a little bit more bandwidth there, which is always good to see, given that again, they don't do they are the cheapest one, and if it can get a little bit more on performance out of these CPUs is always good. Again, this is the low end, the 9600X here. Again, it's a 6-core 12-thread CPU, just 100 megahertz of max clocks there, and basically everything else is the same, not except for the power. The TDP is a little bit lower, so it consumes less power, and of course it is compatible with the AM5 platform, with boards that you already have, if you have any. And lastly, we got some teases here, supposedly for the X3D versions of the 9000 series. Again, this numbering scheme is started to get harder for me to pronounce, but yeah, supposedly it is going to be very similar in terms of the core design, so 8 core versions. So we will have to assume the 9800 X3D will be similar, at least with coming with 8 cores, and X3D, again, I don't know if we're going to have a little bit more L cache there. I don't know if they did any kind of magic trick to put a little bit more extra cache there, but again, we might assume supposedly they are a little bit more efficient. I think they managed to get a little bit more efficient. Maybe with the same TDP they can squeeze a little bit more performance there. And then again, as any kind of product, is a matter of price there, but again, we don't have anything new here. The only thing that I didn't know is this 9000 series, like the base versions, the X versions, will come out in July, I think. So again, I think throughout this month we will get the reviews and some previews in terms of more news regarding the performance of the CPUs, and I will try to bring it back to you. But yeah, other than this, I didn't see anything that caught my eye. We got the Xbox showcase. It was yesterday. I didn't know. Again, I'm a little bit lost all over the place with all the showcases all over the place, so I get to kind of be a little bit lost in the weeds here. But yeah, we got from Factor Life. They did a good kind of getting around and show off everything that was shown from the Xbox games showcase. Again, I will just covering a quick. Again, I didn't watch it live. I watched afterwards. It happened, so I can pass through the things that didn't seem to interest me. Again, it was kind of okayish. Way better than the Summers Game Fest showcase there. Some stuff was interesting to me. Again, Black Ops is Black Ops. I don't play this kind of games. Not the game for this kind of games. The Call of Duty stuff is not for me, and the shooter. But one trend that I've been seeing in all of these shows, a lot of people are coming up with squad shooters, so the 5v5 shooters, a lot of multiplayer kind of cooperative shooters there. It's a little bit all over the place on that field. But yeah, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. I don't know what to tell you. Doom, that arcade finally was confirmed. Again, it's a very all over the place, not all over the place in a sense, but it's very chaotic, very Doom-like kind of a trailer there, very interesting. It's again the Dark Ages got something similar with God of War, at least from what I see, with the shield. You got a shield that you can throw, seemingly. We got the Morning Star that you can use. There is no. You got the two barrel shotgun. I don't know what you use it, but you got a tool that uses skulls that transforms that into pellets or whatever it is to kill enemies. And you got the nails, kind of medieval style there, like seems like a crossbow with the nails. They're very very interesting, and I think you can ride dragons. It's very weird, but it's pretty cool because it's Doom. It's all over the place. It's just smashing skulls and all that jazz. Seems pretty good. State of Decay 3, again, meh. I think I played a little bit of the first one when it came out. Very interesting premise there and what you can do in game. Again, here I don't see anything that put myself in a hype mode for this game. Again, I will wait when it comes out and the reviews and all that jazz. Again, in the trailer there was some kind of decision supposedly for the narrative purpose that didn't make any logic sense, but it is what it is. We got Dragon Age the Veilguard, which is going to be a shit show. They changed the name now. I completely forgot what was the previous name. Yeah, doesn't look good. Then we got some stuff on Starfield, Shattered Space DLC announcement. They got a lot of announcements with no release date, so just saying that it will come out this year if it comes. So it is what it is. They try to keep the hype up for this game. I don't think it's in a good place, Starfield, but yeah. We got also some stuff from Fallout 76 that I passed by. It's not for me. This one interested me a little bit. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, at least with the premise here, seems to be a turn-based RPG kind of a thing there, even though it's I think it might have some kind of roguelike aspects to it. I'm not sure, but yeah, it piqued my interest here, at least the setup of the game and the fact that it's a turn-based RPG. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting, this one. We got also South of Midnight. Again, I like the art style that they went for. Very very interesting. But yeah, I don't know what the game is about. Just the trailer that they showed, the gameplay trailer. I don't know what to tell you. It didn't give us anything here of note. Seems like a kind of exploration, kind of platformer game, but there is no story. You got just a weird fish and a alligator thingy monster that we're trying to get away from. So I don't know what to tell you. And I guess I think this is has a lot of consultancy on this game, so I'm pretty not sure that this is going to be worth it, but we'll have to wait and see. Then you got World of Warcraft stuff there. I don't know what to tell you. I never played World of Warcraft, so I don't know if it's good or not. Got a little bit more Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. Again, I think it was a little bit deceptive, this trailer. Official trailer. It seems there is like a mix of gameplay with kind of in-game engine trailer style there, because some stuff on the movement part on the gameplay, the fluidity doesn't seem to match with the fluidity of the in-game movie stuff there. It seems a little bit weird. I think we are going to get a shit show with this one. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't raise the hopes on this one too much. It's Konami. What they like pachinko money. What to tell you? Sea of Thieves. Never played this game, so I don't know what it is. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn. Again, they're trying to hype up this game. Again, this game is full of DEI consultancy. I think there were some rumblings or some rumors that they changed completely the main character and some stuff from the story. So they changed the character. The main character supposedly was a guy. Now it's a black woman. I think that this happened after the consultancy firm went. I'm not sure if it is Sweet Baby Inc. or not. But yeah, there was some weird stuff happening regarding covering this game. Again, I will, as any game, I will give it a chance after the reviews come out, and I don't like seeing. I don't trust too much on trailers on these days, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Even the fluidity of the combat doesn't seem that good. from this trailer, but I think they're going to release a demo soon enough. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Got Age of Mythology. Usually it's not a game for me. This one caught my attention. Perfect Dark. This is the remake from the original one. Again, I never played the original one. Seems interesting. Seems to be like a mix of first person between shooter, transversal in the sense kind of how do you call it? Oh my god, parkour. And the graphics seems okay, nothing huge. It seems serviceable there. But yeah, the stealth, exploration, parkour got a little bit of mix of everything there. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know the story of this game, so I don't know. But yeah, seems interesting enough for me to be interested and keep my eyes on it until it launches. Then you got Diablo 4, again, not for me. Fable, just horrific. The trailer there, they'll try to overcompensate with other stuff, but yeah, the main character is ugly like a mug. Then you got Fragpunk, again, this is kind of those 5v5 shooters, hero shooters, not for me. Winterborough seems a little bit interesting here, but again, I need more footage of the game and basically what it is. I think it's okay. We'll have to wait and see with the reviews when it came out. Mixtape seems interesting, very in line with Hi-Fi Rush, in the sense that you got a lot of, it's very music wise, and again, I kind of trust it because it's Annapurna. Usually they bring good stuff here. I think it sets in the 90s with a lot of music from the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how narrative driven this game is, or if it's just like a showcase of music to a certain degree. Then you got Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you like these ones, it will come out eventually November 19th. Elder Scrolls Online, not for me. Life is Strange Double Exposure, again, nope, thank you. Then you got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Again, the graphics seems okay-ish. You got a lot of the characters don't move right on the action scenes, especially because there is a lot of cutscene stuff there. Basically no gameplay that I noticed. It's a lot of which is very worrying for me. We're seeing a lot of like cutscene stuff and no gameplay. Basically, yeah, but even the characters don't move right physics wise. I don't know, with the action scenes that happen, they seem to be kind of a ragdoll kind of a thing there. It's a little bit worrying. And again, he always ends up with this girl here for the entirety of the trailer. I don't know what the role here is. Again, usually it's Indy with the whip and just do the thing of exploration, usually a lot of it alone. I don't know if they're going to try this like a romantic thing, interest here. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But again, my hopes are not that high for this one also. Then you got Mecha Break. Again, what was the game that was launched recently from Software? Oh my god, I completely forgot the name of the series. But yeah, it's a wannabe of those ones. Then you got Wushang Fallen Feathers. Seems okay-ish, very kind of interesting. Set in the twilight of Ming Dynasty. Always good to see some kind of different cultures and their fantasy and exploration on that. Similarly, it's a kind of a Souls-like kind of a thing there. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see for more stuff there. Seems pretty interesting enough for me to at least put a checklist to keep an eye on it. Then I got Avowed. Again, I don't think this is going to be a game for me. This one, Atomfall, seems interesting enough. It will come when it comes to next year. Seems like a first-person action game, very in line with Atomic Heart in the sense that it's a first-person action game with a twist on Atom stuff. I think some experiment went wrong. This is based on an English village again. But seems interesting enough for me. Then you got Assassin's Creed Shadow, which is a no-buy for me. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, they are stuck a little bit or hang up on certain things there. We'll have to wait for more stuff here. I don't know. Got new consoles announced. I don't know. It's not for me. I will not buy any of those. And then lastly, they got the confirmation of Gears of War, a new game, E-Day. I think it's like a prequel from the the start of the series. I think I don't know the names of the characters. Never played one of those. Dom, I think Marcus and Dom, I think are like the main pair of the game, or the central characters of the overall story there. And I think it's younger versions from them. I recognize them because of the bandana thing. It's something that I remember the main character using, like a bandana. But yeah, it seems like the E-Day, it's like the day of the invasion of the Locust Horde, I think. Again, I never played on any of these games, but I know it's a pretty popular game on Xbox platform. So yeah, basically that's my main takeaways from the Xbox showcase. A little bit better than I was expecting, but then also didn't. Yeah, they had the nerve to not even trying to make something out of the studio closures. No reference at all. They just basically they stay on the message of whatever they are going for. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Then there was also a PC gamer. There have been a lot of showcases all over the place. That's why a little bit lost on the thing. Again, this is a game not for me, but what it interested me here is the fact that it is like a paranormal kind of a SWAT co-op first-person shooter. And the thing that it brings me here, the curiosity, is from a lot of ex-Cyberpunk 2077 and bioshock developers. So supposedly has a good DNA here. Yeah, it's supposedly the premise is you like a special squad of whatever it is at the Husk program, which basically transfers consciousness between artificial bodies. So basically you can they use this kind of mechanic to go about and have these kind of husks for you to be able to get around and customize it for the op itself. I don't know. But yeah, suppose you have to investigate a lot of paranormal activity all over the place. Again, I don't know exactly, but it's not very much for me because it's a first-person shooter co-op, so I usually don't play those. It's not usually my type. Another thing that interested me was this one, kind of a Studio Ghibli-inspired graphic-wise, which is a management hotel called Galactic. But yeah, it caught my eye because of the fact that the animation is very Studio Ghibli. It's the only thing that caught my eye here. I'm not usually too much on this kind of hotel management kind of a thing here. But yeah, if you're one of those that's like this kind of a cozy management here, I will assume that will have a good story. But yeah, it's something that I think it might worth to check out for you. So that's why I leave it here. And lastly, we got here Star Trucker. So basically, it's a trucker game in space. Again, it's one of those that if you like to relax, I sometimes spend some time on this kind of games just to relax or to cruise through. Sometimes they have good game story, other not so much, but yeah, at least there is a thing for this kind of games. You got Euro Truck Simulator. I know it's a game that I played. I dabble around there. It's interesting. You go about cruising around the country, delivering cargoes, upgrade your truck, and all that jazz. I think this is something in that vein, but in space. And lastly, we got the DREDGE DLC. I didn't cover this. It's going to be called Iron Ring. Again, this is a game that I'm interested in playing someday when I have time. But yeah, they got some content that be releasing throughout since it launched, and I think it's an excellent game, very Lovecraftian in terms of the paranormal stuff that happens there. And I think this is kind of a DLC on that vein there, but this time it involves the oil rig on that thing. But yeah, basically this is it in terms of news. We got some free games. A free game from Epic Games here. Midnight Suns. Again, I recommend getting this game for free. It's the only thing that I recommend from Epic Game Store is the free games when they come out. I don't see. Yeah, this one's not. I don't know what the fuck is this. Redout. I think it's like a racing game. But yeah, Midnight Suns is a pretty good game. I watched the Dark Hunter Path that Christopher Rod did. He usually is a good guy that usually do this kind of games, like tactical turn-based games. He's a fan of this kind of games and XCOM and all that jazz. And this game was made by the same team that did XCOM 2. So yeah, and it's pretty good. The story, the interaction with the characters, it does have the more well-knowns. It's Wolverine, Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Blade. Then you got also this guy that I completely forgot his name. Got Scarlet Witch. I don't know. I completely forgot his name. But you got also some people from the Midnight Suns that I also don't remember their names. Someone who is like a witch. I don't know. I like her abilities, which is the sword that opened portals. That's a pretty cool thing there that she has. But yeah, I recommend. I already claimed it for myself. Maybe when I have time, I will do a run through on the base game there. On Steam, we got Hellblade: Shadow Sacrifice again. Pretty good, given that it is 90% off, and I think it's a very excellent game, very narrative driven. Yeah, the second one, not so much. I think it's on the same level in terms of experience, but I think the game was overhyped to be something else. That also bioshock collection is still available here, 80% off on the entire collection. And it is bioshock remastered, bioshock 2 remastered with the DLC, and bioshock infinite with all the DLC there. So I think it's a good package deal here. We got also the Resident Evil series is all on discount, varying between 75 to other percentages there. But yeah, I will leave all the Resident Evil's Steam pages there for you to choose and complete your collection. We got the Ori games, so Ori and the Blind Forest. This is the definitive edition, 75% off, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps, 67% off. And this is from the same guys and studios that are doing No Rest for the Wicked, which is on early access at this moment on Steam. It seems to be pretty good, at least is going on a good path there. And lastly on Steam we got Forza Horizon 5, still a pretty good game, racing game from everything that I've been watching. A lot of content to play with. It's less simulator, more kind of a sports kind of a thing there, but I think it's a pretty good game still at this moment. I think it's even better than Forza Motorsport, the latest one that they launched, but yeah, it is what it is. It is 50% off on every edition. On GOG, we got Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut, 85% off. Mankind Divided, the Deluxe Edition, 85% off. Then you got No Man's Skies is still 50% off here. Again, all the content it's free here. The additional content they'll be launching is free, so everything is included here. Then you got Prey Digital Deluxe Edition. If you're a little bit reticent here, you just choose the standard edition. The base game is pretty good, and I did a gameplay series on this game, so it's got a stamp of approval from me. And also the same thing with Voidbusters, got a stamp of approval for me. Even at this price point, I think it's a well worth kind of roguelike first-person shooter. It also came from ex-Bioshock developers there, so it has a pretty good mechanics and a very a sense of humor, very peculiar there. But I enjoyed it pretty much there. And yeah, basically this is it for today, guys. I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon. For me to get extra support, for me to be able to get a better storage solution, to be able to get backups of stuff that I do for my clients, and of course extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. So until then, Kunamy Master out.